Greetings, Demi. We are Group B under G16. Among our members are Yiizamy bin Sufyan, metric number 73881, Irdina Zulaika binti Muhammad Hisham, metric number 73500, Elisa Faith Sepinus, metric number 74053, Awang Nazrul Iqmal bin Awang Johari, 74223, and Jonathan Jordan bin Jasmine, metric number 58674. In this video, we'll be presenting the infographic for our issue, Combating Racial, Regional, and National Discrimination in the Hiring Process and in the Workplace. We'll be covering a brief introduction of our issue, including the data on ethnic disparity in the hiring process. Besides that, we also provide a short description of our 3 recommended solutions, which are team bonding and cultural exchange activities, implement skill tests, and blind interview sessions. After that, we will explain our implementation plan for the best solution that we have chosen, as well as providing a conclusion for our video presentation. A multiracial country, such as Malaysia, is bound to face racial disparity during job applications and day-to-day work. If this issue is not resolved in its infancy, it could create a dangerous future of race inequality and social instability, as ethnicity has a significant effect on the success rate of new job applicants in the workforce. The infographic will show 3 solutions that we decided to implement from our report. Below are the diagrams that is based on the data from a study conducted by Lee and Muhammad Abdul Khalid in partnership with the Center for Governance and Political Studies. As shown in both diagrams, Chinese applicants, despite the data being split into male and female gender, shows the highest callback rates among other races. The study also came to 3 conclusions that supports this claim. One of the conclusions can be seen in the left diagram. We can see that female who uses a picture of them wearing the hijab in their resume experience lower callback rates compared to female who uses a picture without a hijab, even though she is a Muslim as stated in the study. Other than that, the study also concluded that Mandarin was not a key factor in receiving higher callback rates, as all candidates have excellent Mandarin linguistic skills written in the resume. Another conclusion is evident in both diagrams, is that non-Bumiputras are not exempted from suffering a worse callback rates than the Malays, as Indians have the worst callback rates in both diagrams. Next part will be the recommended solutions that we propose, where Ms. Irdina will be presenting the first solution.
Hi, I am Irdina Zulaika binti Muhammad Hisham, and my metric number is 73500. And this is my video presentation, which will address one of the recommendations that we have discussed, which will combat racial, national, and regional discrimination in hiring progress and in the workplace. The first recommendation that I suggest is team bonding and cultural exchange activities. This is because we can actually emphasize and focus on the union among employer to employees and among the employees themselves. Next is because we will allow the workers to exchange conversation, get to know each other, and work as a team. Finally, the benefit that I brought up for cultural exchange and team bonding is because activities that are being assessed and rated by the employees themselves based on the effectiveness of the activities. Okay, I will now explain why. The first benefit is because it emphasizes on the union among employer to employee and employees because uh, during the cultural exchange and team bonding activities, the employees themselves will undergo various team bonding activities such as scavenger hunt, cultural exchange on arts, culinary, and trends, kayaking. You can go out for an outing. Yes, those activities will allow them to go out and meet around with people among themselves and actually get to know each other. This will advocate them to be more involved in socializing among the workers. Not only that, not only this is for the employees, but the employer themselves, they can get to know their employees. Thus, when they get to know, they can actually create the bond between the employees and employees, just like what I said. Okay, next is because we can allow workers to exchange conversation, get to know each other, and work as a team. In a company, it is important for us to have a good environment for team working. And by doing team bonding and cultural exchange activities, this can allow them to interact and work together as a team. Not only it will create a good and healthy environment which will make them more involved and have the competition among themselves, but they will also feel the ease without being discriminated when they are doing their job, such as they can feel at ease doing the job that has been assigned to them without being discriminated based on their race, gender, and age. Lastly is because the activities assessed and rated by the employee themselves. In a company, we want to save much, right? We want to make sure that the activities that we make are not are not are actually helping the employees themselves. So why don't we let them suggest what activities will be done and also let them be the voice that can actually change the future of the company. So by eliminating the activities that by eliminating by eliminating the activities that are not suitable and just a waste of time, we can actually narrow down to the activities that will be effective and implemented in our company. I guess that's it for me. I will now pass to my friend Elisa. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Elisa Cyprinas and my matric number is 74053. The next recommendation in combating racial, national, and regional discrimination is implementing skill tests during the hiring process. So the purpose of hiring is to identify and attract a group of well-qualified applicants for a position that an organization needs to fill to accomplish its mission. Therefore, implementing skill tests can be used by the employers to gauge the abilities and skills of job applicants. These tests are designed to assess whether the applicants have the skills necessary to perform various and essential aspects of a job. Hence, the implementation of skill tests should mainly focus on candidates' skills rather than their personal info, such as name, age, gender, ethnicity, nationality, and marriage status, to provide an unbiased and validated evaluation of a candidate's ability to perform the duties listed in the job description. According to Scanlon et al. 2021, candidates with skills are able to show that they can easily adapt to new changes that happen within the company. For instance, candidates who are more skillful with the latest accounting software are able to finish their tasks better and more efficient than candidates who are not familiar with the software. Besides that, hiring skillful candidates can conveniently achieve the company's goals and mission by making full use of their skills. In order to execute the skill tests smoothly, the Chief Executive Officer and Chief Human Resource Officer will appoint a trusted senior employee with the prior experience in hiring employees internationally to come up with a list of questions relating to candidate skills only. Moreover, the list of questions will be updated in every hiring process that is relevant to the company's needs for new employees, as well as the standard candidate criteria established by the top management officers in the company. Hence, every candidate will be evaluated in a fairly manner, without being discriminated. These skill tests can also help recruiters to assess and decide whether the candidates need extra job training before starting out their job.
Hi, my name is Honor Zoikma and my metric number is 7423. So another recommendation that is best to combat racial, national, regional discrimination in terms of hiring new employees in a company is through blind interview session. First, note that a multiracial country like us, Malaysia, often faces race disparity at a workplace and job applications. As shown in the statistics, it is proven that the ethnic disparity still happens to this day. It is also shown that the Chinese applicants are likely to receive all the callback rates from hiring companies compared to others. Do you think it is fair enough? Do you think it is necessary to use ethnicity instead of skills in hiring new employees? I guess we all have to learn Mandarin to secure the job opportunity. Not to mention that Mandarin is so hard to learn that it'll take us years to master. Therefore, I would say that blind interview session, or more broadly referred to as identity blind, is chosen because it can avoid the interconnection between fairness and efficiency during the evaluation and hiring process in a company. It involves eliminating personal identifiable information from the candidates' resumes and applications such as the name, race, nationality, and even marital status has been more prevalent. The Human Resources Department are to superintend the hiring process by implementing this technique. The process includes anonymized written Q&A session, anonymized meeting via virtual, or even by having a physical divider during the interview sessions. Through this method, it is easier for astute corporations to hire new employees regardless of the candidate's background, thereby creating a more capable and effective workforce.
Although all the recommendations given have their own standpoint and justification, there will be only one that will be chosen as the solution to be implemented in order to overcome the related issue. As you can see in this part under the implementation plan, the top management officers have made their decision through meetings and voting to choose implementing skill tests as the best way to combat the issue. The Human Resource Department is ought to change their way of hiring new employees to ensure that the company is taking on the candidates with the best skills and experience, not their identities. These solutions only need a maximum cost of 900 ringgit Malaysia, as the money including 7 days free meals, a close communication room, and their own salary, as they need to quarantine in a room along the process of recruitment to make sure there is no leaked question and only a small number of people are in charge of it. The questions that are being provided by the senior workers will be based on the real working environment. This is to ensure that the candidates will fit well with the company cultures and have a high potential in the upcoming years. The implementation of skill tests in the company's hiring process is believed to be the most consistent and trustworthiest compared to the other recommendations. Although this solution is budget friendly, it is assumed that the solution chosen will affect the staff of days, as they are required to stay in the closed room for 7 days to avoid any kind of communication with other people from the outside. The proposed budget is rational and the plan will be executed in March 2022, which is the next recruitment for the company. By following this new way of hiring candidates, the top management officers expect that Astute Corporation will have more experienced, rich and skillful employees by the end of December 2026. Okay, so now we are at the end of the presentation. Let me summarize everything for you. The issue that we are trying to combat here is the racial, national and regional discrimination in the hiring process and in the workplace. There are 3 recommendations being raised to combat the related issue, which is the team building and cultural exchange activities, the implementation of skill tests in hiring process, and conducting blind interview session. The recommendation of implementing skill tests came out on top through discussion and voting. People might think that we are against Chinese candidates, but no, they are wrong. We are not against Chinese candidates. Instead, we are against any form of discrimination that might happen in the company. And we are supporting diversity in the workplace. The solution given is with a pure intention of combating the discrimination in the workplace of Astute Corporation. The new hiring process will have a fixed guideline for every recruitment to ensure that nobody will be treated biasly. Remember, discrimination is something that should never be tolerated in our company and country. We hope that by listening to our presentation, it helps you all to understand that our company are trying to best to counter discrimination and we are favoring diversity. That is all from us. We thank you for lending us your ears. Have a good day.